Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show for this holiday weekend. We thank you so much for dialing us up here on a fairly warm, dare I say the word warm, early Friday morning. I have 55 degrees here in central Jersey. We'll go through some of the temperatures in just a quick moment. At 45 here, we'll check in with John in the Weather Center for our holiday weekend forecast. We're going to go for the next hour. And then we're going to reconnect with New Jersey for the New Jersey Morning Show beginning at 9 o'clock. So dial us up there, continue the fun. We are live on Facebook and YouTube here this morning. And I feel like my chair got messed up. There we go. I feel like my head is getting cut off. Well, see, the camera looks good now, but then in an hour from now, it just completely goes down the drain. Anyway, as I keep complaining about having to get a new computer, we will have to do that here shortly. Anyway, so big NFL weekend. Giants in Minnesota on Sunday afternoon. That's almost prime time. I think that's the 4:30 game. There's 2 games on tomorrow, so a lot of football on this weekend. 6 games all together. Tampa Bay is the Monday nighter, so it should be a lot of fun this weekend if you are a football fan, as I am. All right. For the most part, friends, volume is down because of the holiday weekend. A lot of our friends are taking off, as Alexandra emailed me earlier this morning and said her and Aaron are headed down to Washington, D.C. for the weekend. So have a safe trip, and we will see her back here on Wednesday when we rejoin you as well. All right, so let's get to the action here. Let's take out the banner. Let's bring in our sponsors there. Bring in our live banner. Kind of clean things up here a little bit, but stuff going on. And we'll bring in the apps. Let's see here. Anna says, Buenos dias and happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday to you. So we go to New Jersey. Overturned tractor trailer southbound ramp to exit 2178 in Bedminster. That's always a area of contention. Always seems to claim some sort of tractor trailer. They're fairly steep. I mean, the degree, the angle, pretty sharp turn. I don't think any of these cameras work, actually. No deal. Okay, so we close that up. Eastern Spur, northbound, north of 15E. All lanes are open. And that's about it. So let's go to the maps. And that accident is going to be right in here. Kind of a short ramp off the southbound side of 287 to go to eastbound 78. So it's right there. Now that's only going to bet that camera's not working, because they would have seen it. They would have been able to pick that up. But oh, how can I forget the Darlene interview yesterday? How did everyone like that? I thought it came out. She was fantastic, and can't wait to have her back on again. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully you were getting some pretty decent views on that. I know she shared it on social media as well, as did I, but she certainly has a lot more followers, friends, however you want to classify it. Certainly I do, but that was a lot of fun, that interview. Really enjoyed that, and hopefully we can do that again sometime in the spring before she heads out for season 11. So we widen up the map, and for the most part, volume is down slightly. It's kind of that halfway in between. We've got some volume here east along 80 out of Rockaway, Denville, Parsippany this morning. Route 15 all banged up here. This is out by Maxim Motor Cars. Fact is, it's almost pretty darn close to the shop. Clinton Street is 15. Garrison Avenue. He's back right in here. Almost literally right. The shop is right here. I remember my math. Shop is next block. Sorry. No. 2 blocks down. That's right. It was the off the hill. 3 blocks down. That's Maxim Motor Cars. Go figure. All the way in the back. All the way in the back. But he says Clinton Street because the building is actually on Clinton Street. It's the lower, the downstairs. Let's see. Anna says, I enjoyed the interview with Darley. Thank you for asking my questions. Sure, anytime. Yeah, that was great. Thank you for the questions. I think that really added a lot to the show. I'm glad she was able to answer the New Jersey question. I know she's been in New Jersey many times, but even she was saying that southwestern section of the state has never been to, as nor has I. Interesting little section of the of our little piece of real estate here. 15206, 23, Hamburg, Franklin, Hardiston, Sussex, Wantage, everything is good. 208 going south into Hawthorne and Fairlawn, that is busy. 17, your Parkway is good. 17 both ways here in Rochelle Park. That's fairly busy both ways of 80. I think there was a crash out by exit 60 not too long ago that just got cleared. Eastbound 46, both ways, actually 46 at Route 3. That's busy. In Bloomfield, going north on the Parkway, we are heavy here this morning. 147 up to 149. Both ways at 280 across the Stickle Drawbridge. That's crowded. And then 24 west of the Mall at Short Hills. That is busy. North on the Parkway. North on the Parkway is busy through Cranford and Kenilworth. Turnpike is fine. Again, there's the situation. Well, it's getting into 15E, but it's now extending onto Western Spur at 15W. We're seeing a lot of traffic there this morning. Eastern Spur seems to be fine. Whether this was some alternate volume picking up the slack there on 15W, I'm not sure, because it looks like it may have been cleared before we got on the air. Uh, 287 a little busy in Edison, 18 at Edgeboro. Turnpike, Parkway, everything along Monmouth County, the shoreline is good. 29 into the Trenton Tunnels, a little slow. Widen this up here now, Parkway, 72, 202, 250, 347. This is this section of the state right in here. Vineland, Millville, Bridgeton. I've never been. Middle Township, Wildwood, Route 9, Parkway, 47, 347. We are good. Let's go down into 5542. That is busy there. Something on 295 into the Aljo curve is going to be a little bit slow as well. So for the most part, our volume is down. And again, that's going into the holiday weekend this week. So speaking of that, let's go to the weather centre. Well, the first thing is that let's do this. Let's come back to the maps here, because I want to bring up our temperature gradients. These are all an hour old. I just don't understand why they just can't fix it. But instead of 7:51, it's 6:51. But you can see the temperatures here are just crazy. I mean, Somerville at 54, Newark at 56, Farmingdale at 51, Kennedy at 48, 53 Trenton. Let's bring in Atlantic City, see if it's warmer down south. 56 in Delaware, 55 in Wilmington, 55 in Philly. Atlantic City is 50. Wildwood is at 52. Let's check out the East End. In the low 50s here, 54 in Montauk. And let's go up to Monticello, some light rain and mist at 49. It's pretty remarkable for January the 13th at 49 degrees in Monticello. And we'll do a quick hit here on Connecticut. Bridgeport coming in at 50. All right. So now let's go back to our slides here from Johnny. Showers starting off this morning, and it's going to be another hour or two. I think, we should probably bring up the radar as well. We'll come back to that in a moment. Okay. Pardon me. Yeah. This cough really just kind of just kicks in. You just can't kind of stop it. Temps will decline this afternoon. It's going to get windy. 40s by the evening, commute dry and colder weekend is expected. So let's bring back in the radar, and you can see where this is all kind of training this rain here across Long Island. Some showers out towards Morris County, just kind of clipping northern Scranton and Port Jervis as well, with some of those showers here this morning. Moderate precip here. Really not until the front kicks in and spins it around and kicks this out. Here's the front line right in here. I believe that this is it right in here. It's kind of carving itself out. So as this is pushing up to the north and to the east, you can see for the most part, Seattle's getting some showers. Very northern tip, southwestern section of Oregon is getting some more showers, but maybe, dare we say, slowly calming down in the west for right now. Yeah, so that is what we're up against here. So roadways are going to be still a little bit wet out there this morning for the next couple of hours. All right, let's go back to our slides. So there's the some of the rain as we see it on the radar and what John has been saying. So he's got the red lights up there for through till 8 o'clock and then yellow into 9. And again, just to be careful because roadways are going to be a little bit slippery. But this evening's commute is much, much better. We've got green lights across the board here for 4, 5, and 6. As the winds pick up, they're going to kind of jet dry the roads. So that should make for any potential for any really slippery spots as the temperatures start to take a nosedive later today. So rain ending early around mid-morning, I should say. Highs already set this morning at 56 in Cherry Hill, 55 in Freehold, and we're only on a southerly downward spiral as the front will be pushing through later on by lunchtime. This evening, as you can see, in Andover, 28 now, starting to feel maybe closer towards January weather, into the lower 30s. In some ways, maybe it feels refreshing, kill off some of these germs or whatever that's getting everyone sick with all this warm weather. And weather threats, the next chance of showers is on Tuesday. Okay. Gotta get some water. Next chance of showers is on Tuesday, and let's go to that 7-day. So 40 for tomorrow with some, mostly sunny skies. 43 on Sunday, 46 on Wednesday. So it's a nice holiday weekend. How many of the MLK weekends has it been where it's been in the freezer? So definitely get out and enjoy this weekend. 45 with the next shot of showers on Tuesday. But look at this, 52 on Wednesday, 49 on Thursday, and 52 on Friday. So we're ramping up the spring-like temperatures again. Getting all the way out to now January 20th with no foreseeable snow in the forecast. So we'll have to see how this plays out for the rest of January. But snow lovers, I mean, it's to the point you can't even make snow because it's just too warm. It's still relatively warm. I mean, maybe they are making snow up Mountain Creek, but they're going to make a lot of it because, I mean, once that sun comes out during the day into the 50s, I mean, that's going to be long gone. So anyway, so there's our forecast for today. So let's go back to our maps here this morning. And Anna says, any day in January that I am not shoveling snow is a fantastic weekend. It is, right? I mean, anytime that each and every day, we get a little bit more sunlight. And I think it's on January the 21st, the next Saturday, be sunset at 5 p.m. So we've picked up probably about another almost 30 minutes worth of sunlight since the equinox a month before, which is just about right. So, yeah, next Saturday, 5 p.m. is sunset. That's good news. And again, we're also adding time into the morning as well. Sunrises are going to be, closer to, say, 7. So, that also plays a factor in as well. Now we're seeing more sunshine. It's starting to stay, obviously a little warmer longer. And as you get into February, once you get towards Valentine's Day and, sunrise is like 5:30 or so, it's probably not 5:30. It's probably going to be 5:15, 5:18, somewhere around there. But, once you clear Valentine's Day, sometimes, you can kind of quasi be in the clear. But hey, look, there's plenty of seasons where we've had snow on opening day. I mean, granted, they keep pushing opening day earlier and earlier. So it's usually at the end of March now, where it was usually like the first week of April. But there's been snow at Shea Stadium, Citi Field, Yankee Stadium for opening day. We've certainly got plenty of blockbuster storms in March, St. Patrick's Day storms. That is snow that's like, that's like wet cement. Anyway, I digress. Here it is. I'm just sometimes you just can't stop it. It just sneaks up on you. All right, so let's take a look at New York City here. We're coming up on 8 o'clock. We're going to go for another about 35 minutes or so. Let's see here. Delays in the Verrazano, off-property tractor trailer blocking one lane on the Gowanus Expressway by 7th Avenue. Okay. Bronx River Parkway northbound crash at Boston Post Road. And westbound LIE just past Woodhaven Boulevard. Lane is out with a truck. So this is the issues here at the Verrazano because they're saying something right in here. Heavy onto the BQE. Westbound Belt heavy at Flatbush on over to Ocean Parkway. Southbound BQE is heavy across the Kosciuszko Bridge. Midtown Tunnels about 10 minutes. FDR North in the 30s and 40s is heavy. Southbound on the Harlem River Drive is busy at the RFK. We'll continue up to the Bronx here this morning. There's the accident on the Bronx River Parkway. Southbound Bruckner's heavy, westbound Cross Bronx. Southbound Deegan is busy into the Cross Bronx itself. North on the Bruckner extension is busy on up into the Hutch. Thronxic Whitestone, that is good. North of the Whitestone Expressway is busy into the Cross Island. West on the Grand Central is heavy out at LaGuardia. LIE both ways here, getting through the fairgrounds is busy. So is the Jackie Robinson. Through Kew Gardens is a mess. And it was the Grand Central out by St. John's. Van Wyck is heavy both ways at Hillside. Northbound on the Cross Island is really jacked back all the way to the airport. Heading north into the Grand Central is really crowded this morning. There's your city look. Long Island. Dial that in. Be dialing. Broken down vehicle LIE west at Motor Parkway. Southern State at the Robert Moses. And at Nassau Boulevard, Jericho Turnpike. Both ways of the southern. Normal stuff here. Wonton through the Meadowbrook from 19 to 29. LIE West here at the connector is busy. LIE West at 135 is heavy. Sandy Coast volume north here. Hill Road. West on the LIE is busy at Vets Highway. I'm sorry, Pioneer Drive, Crooked Hill Road is further up the line here, I think. I know it's still heavy into Crooked Hill. Sunrise Highway into the Oakdale Bohemia Merge is heavy. LIE 5. Hamptons is good. Montauk, Greenport, Orient, things are fine. Go to Connecticut now. Dial that in. Not much, really. 15 through 5, and then the Merritt is heavy 40 to 35. Definitely seeing the holiday volume here this morning on the Merritt going south of Route 7. And then we'll go again from 15 down through about 5. Southbound 8 and 25 is heavy in Bridgeport. Look for that. 287. That's really it for southwestern Connecticut. Not a whole lot of other action here this morning for us to dial in. Southbound Route 8, the Commodore Hull Bridge, that is going to be a little bit busy. Let's go to the Hudson Valley now. I think there's something going on 287 right around exit 4 or so. I'm going to go traffic east between exits 1 and 5. Palisades, broken down bus. On the ramp to Connex South. South of Croton Reservoir. Let's go back to the maps. And we go to 287. Yeah, I knew it. There had to be. It's too red for that to be just volume. Cameras. It's probably closer to exit 5. Okay, that's exit 4. That's some like summer. right there at 5. Could it be on the ramp to exit 5, possibly? Yeah, it's right around exit 5. There's definitely something going on because I mean this traffic should be moving much better than it is. Sprain at the interchange with 287. There's 287 in the Sprain. That's the exit there for the eastbound side of 287. That's all jacked and tuned. So yeah, I think it's right in. If I had to take a guess here, it was that exit 5 on the exit ramp. Maybe there's something going on there. Rockland County, the thruway is good. No major issues there. 17A, Route 6, 84. That is clear. Thruway is fine. Looks like 84 is a little bit of a problem here. Going east. East of exit 46. A little bit busy. Was that in the list? I thought I saw 84. And Winkle. Yeah, broken down tractor trailer. You know, let's see if we are able to see anything. Crom Pond Road. Crom Pond. No. That is a big negative. Negative on the Sparrow. 684. Rest of 84 is good. 134, 202, Yorktown Heights, Route 9. Route 22, Route 120. We're all going to be in good shape. All right, so let's go to well, let's dial in transit now. Let's see what we got. A transit, Hudson Bergen Light Rail, 712 departure is canceled. Okay. Go to Path now here at 8:08. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. We are going to go for another half hour, I think, because traffic is kind of down for the most part. We'll do the full hour. 33rd Street elevator is back in service. Apologize for any outage. Okay. Take a look at the MTA. So far, so good. Some delays here on the A train, southbound A, running with delays. Switch problem at Grant Avenue. L train shuttle. Running with delays. I addressed the door problem on a train at Bushwick Ave. Local to Express, southbound 4, running express from Burnside Ave to 167th, investigating a train's brakes. Let's go to the rails now. And things are good across the board. Long Island Railroad and Metro North are going to be fine. Metro North. Let's go to the SEPTA system. See anything there? Let's go to the Hudson River crossings now. Let's see what we've got. How does the picture and the sound, Anna, look? I just saw something come up saying I may have lost the connection, or it's slow, the connection. Let me know if you can in the comments how it sounds, how it looks. 20 at the upper for the George, about 10 for the lower, 10 at the Lincoln, 15 at the Holland. Again, you know you're in a holiday pattern here, friends. When you're seeing, numbers like this, we'll do a quick scan here. 24 westbound at Burn. Be right in here. Right there, coming off of 78. So let's just go to the camera on 78. Anna says, all good. Excellent. Yeah. From time to time, I get a little notification on my window here saying that it just, I don't know if it's switching to Wi-Fi or it's, which I don't want it to do. I'm just looking for it to stay on to stay on Ethernet, but sometimes it just puts up a message saying that it switches, and wish I knew why, but I don't. I keep professing that I need to get the new computer, and there's just some random shots of New Jersey here out in Warren County, really Hunterdon County. By exit 11. But yeah. Yeah, I heard Lisa Marie Presley passed away yesterday. That was kind of a shock. She was just at the Golden Globes on Tuesday. Again, appeared to be fine, but illness that maybe didn't let anybody know about or anything else like that. But it seems like it was fairly sudden, and only 54 too. Wow. Wow. So let's see here now. Let's do this. Let's go to where's the FAA? Here we go. Nothing across the board for our flights, so we're, we are slowly getting back on track. I think we're back, but it's been a bit of a rough go. Let's check out the Tri-State Traffic Show here. We still can't get past 126 subscribers. Shocking. I can't figure out why. Just don't know why. Get me 127. Give him a special shout out. There's the interview with Darley. So we got 17 views already. So that's good. I don't know if there's any comments or not, but let's see. Notifications. Oh, it's Anna. Oh, thank you. Our last subscriber was 3 weeks ago. All righty. And it's amazing. I didn't cough once during the entire interview. Darley. Wow. So again, please, pass along to your friends, like, subscribe, all that fun social media stuff. Let's see if we can get a couple more subscribers here, maybe to 130 or so. I feel like every time we come on, our hopes of getting 200 subscribers and 200 episodes are slowly being dashed. We're at, again, Darley was episode 150. This is 151. Only got 49 more. So see what we can do, friends. So 17 views, not too bad so far. We'll see how that populates. Where are we going to go next? Well, let's do this because we're right on the mark at 8:15. Let's go back to the Weather Center here from our good friend Johnny Rocco over at the Weather Watchers group in Rutgers, or at Rutgers, I should say, is the better operative verbiage. They will be coming back into school, I believe. I think it's sometime next week, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe in another week, maybe next Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere in that neighborhood. So anyway, so showers to start off today. Again, as you saw the radar earlier, still a little soggy. Some kind of annoyance drizzle out there throughout Nassau, Suffolk counties, the shoreline in Connecticut. Just a pop-up shower in New Jersey towards, western Morris County, Sussex, Port Jervis up that way. But at the end, it's slowly going to dissipate here through the rest of the morning and drying out for the afternoon. So I think after lunchtime, I think we should be pretty good, and hopefully it'll take some of the clouds away. Maybe we can see some sun. But temps are going to slowly decline for the afternoon and into the evening, and it's going to get a little windy out there as well. And actually, I can feel the wind kicking up right now. Dry and colder weekend is expected. So there's our rain here for this morning. Again, John has the red lights here for 7 and 8. 9 o'clock gets a little yellow just because the showers are kind of shutting off there. And then the evening is 4, 5, and 6 with green lights. Again, it's going to be a little windy out there, so that's good because it'll dry up probably, if not most of the precip that we've had overnight. So that'll make things a little bit easier to drive in, and you won't have the chance of having the slippery conditions out there. So we'll take a look here. Again, we've already hit our highs here. I still have 55 here in Central Jersey, 56 in Cherry Hill, 52 in Cape May, 53 in New Haven, and 52 in Islip, with a falling trend inbound as we will get down into the lower 30s to upper 20s. So it's going to be a bit of a cold night, comparatively speaking, from what we've had over the last this week. So just be mindful of that. It's going to maybe feel a little closer towards December, January weather, maybe a little refreshing. Maybe we'll kill off some of these flu germs and COVID germs, or whatever we want to call it, and get this stuff out of here. We really should have had some hard freezes by now, but there's nothing. And usually that's a good sign when you get that hard freeze like that. It's, like I said, to maybe kill off some of these, these little bugs and germs and things like that, just to give us a bit of a fighting chance to get through the rest of the winter. Weather threats, the rest of this holiday weekend looks good. Chance of showers is not until next Tuesday. There's your 7-day now. So definitely a lot colder, about 15 degrees colder for tomorrow. And the overnight temperatures there into the upper 20s on Sunday at 43, 46 for Monday. So it's a nice weekend, albeit be a little bit colder than certainly what we've seen. Next shot of some rain will be on Tuesday at 45, and then 52 now on Wednesday, 49 for Thursday, 52 for Friday. So we're going back on the upward swing again. So we're heading up into, more spring-like temperatures once again for the rest of the end of next week. So we're getting into, as I mentioned earlier, January 20th, and we're still, still no chances of any snow at all. Nothing. Fine by me. It seems like it's fine by Anna as well. So, yeah. So there we go. All right. So let's do a quick sponsor hit here. Again, we thank our good friend Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, 22 North Avenue West in historic Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. You can certainly give him a call and leave a message just to say hello, but Ralph is on his winter break. So he is done for the season. He's down in Florida now, enjoying some nice warm temps and some sunshine, although he probably could have hung around here a little longer too, because we've been into the 50s and 60s at times. So we're all excited for Ralph coming back on March the 3rd, which quite frankly is what, about 6 weeks away? Really not that far away when you think about it. So we thank Ralph for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. Also, our friends of the Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, New Jersey, 908-325-6283. Go over to the Shaved Cave for all your manly grooming needs, your beards, your fades, your high tops, all that fun stuff. They do it right. They do it well. I know, Anna, your son is coming up this way for work now, so if he ever needs to get cleaned up for the weekend or whatever, tell him to go to the Shaved Cave and just tell him to see Omar. That's my guy. Tell him we saw it on the Tri-State Traffic Show. And 1471 Raritan Road in Clark. Again, 908-325-6283. It's a classic barbershop. They got the games on the big screen TVs, so it's a really great environment. They love all kinds of sports there, so I'm sure this weekend is going to be packed. Talking NFL football, all kinds of stuff, basketball. So definitely head over to the Shaved Cave and talk to my guy, Omar, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, New Jersey. We also have Maxim Motor Cars here this morning. Sorry. Oopsie. 973-620-9060 out in Dover, New Jersey, in Morris County, 303 West Clinton Street. Looking for an affordable vehicle. Again, average car prices are close to $45,000. $45,000. Head over here to Maxim Motor Cars for wonderful Buick LeSabre Custom 2003. What are these rolling on, like 15-inch wheels? Steelies? Yeah, that does look like alloy wheels there. What I could tell. Engine is like, you could, the tried and true GM 3800 V6. They use that thing forever. From the Grand Prix to the Regal to the LeSabre to Oldsmobile to Cutlass, it was in everything. Practically eat off this vehicle. So again, Nick and his father Anthony are specialists in finding some really gems, some higher mileage cars and probably higher model year cars. I mean, this car is 20 years old, but it only has 42,000 miles on it, as I believe in the description. It said that it was kind of the little old lady from Pasadena kind of car, because this car, you could eat off that engine. I mean, that is like in mint condition. I mean, doesn't look like it was a smoked in car. 42,564. I mean, look at that glove, the little storage area is like perfect. Absolutely perfect. And, interesting cloth seats there. I don't know. I'm sure that they're probably factory, but it's just kind of an interesting pattern. It just kind of almost looks like seat covers, but I don't think it is. The old cassette CD. Don't find those anymore. Yeah, it's a weird pattern for fabric in a car. Usually I don't know, maybe that was just the fabric at the time. I mean, why wouldn't be looking at a LeSabre Buick, but this is in fantastic shape. Fantastic. Sorry, the free Carfax is no longer available for this vehicle. So wonder if he sold it or it's just maybe you have a certain amount of time. But yeah, $4,900 here. Elderly owner since new. One owner. A lot of car for under 6,000. Yeah. Could be a bit of a classic there. If I had that's some, I mean, I'm practically it's a used car lot to begin with at this point, but you know, I would put this one in the fleet. But Celeste, my good friend. Oh my goodness, I haven't spoken to you in a long time. We've got to catch up. A lot to catch up on. Pretty good weather, she says. Yeah, for the temperature wise, yeah. You know, once the rain gets out of the way, I think this weekend should be pretty good. Definitely send me a message on Facebook or text me or whatever. We have to talk. Anna says here, I plan on getting my son a gift certificate to Shave K for him to try it one day after work. Excellent. As I said, make sure you mention the Tri-State Traffic Show. That's great. Fantastic. And if he needs any recommendations in the Clark area for either lunch or whatever, certainly drop me an email and I'll give you my recommendations on that. I don't know. I'm so fascinated with this Buick. I mean, this is just like a gem find, really. That car still has another 100,000 miles or more. So, wow, very nice. Get Maximum Motor Cars 973-620-9060. And we also want to, again, thank our great friend, Darley Newman, for being a sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. No. Good picture of Dara there with the background. I don't know where that is, so I'm going to go back to the title slide. There we go. Travels with Darley. Darley-Newman.com is the website for any and all information. Again, her season 10 is now on New Jersey PBS in the tri-state area, airing at 2:30 on Sunday afternoon. So set your DVR for that. And it may be on PBS Create already. I haven't seen it come up in my list yet, but keep a lookout for that. Travels with Darley again in her 10th season. Wonderful travel program. You can find it on PBS, PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonder Innovation TV's Journey. Also, you can find I just got your text, Celeste, so respond back later. Where's it going? Again, Darley-Newman.com for more information. Definitely follow her on Instagram. She does a ton of social media stuff. And if you haven't watched the interview, please go back and watch the interview. But she did mention about, you know, she really was one of the on the forefront of getting video online. You know, you got to think that this, video, watching videos and how I do this show and all this stuff, the fine folks over at StreamYard really make this look easy. But, 20 years ago, this wasn't even thought of. YouTube wasn't around, Facebook wasn't around, Twitter wasn't around, there was no Instagram, there was nothing. It was just the very beginnings of the kind of the crude backbone of the internet. And, video was just awful. But curious to see, again, head to the interview for more details, but she did mention about some of her earlier videos. I'm sure they're probably still out there in some capacity, but be fun to kind of look back on some of those. But again, doing this video stuff like this was unheard of 10 years ago, let alone 20. The technology just wasn't there. We're just leaps and bounds, just moving it so far ahead, and who knows what the situation would have been to the economy if pandemic had struck in, let's say, even 2010, or 2000 instead of 2020 with Zoom and Microsoft Teams and all those programs. that, people were still able to be productive and still managing to many professions that were still able to function because of the technology and are still doing it that way now. And quite honestly, our work from home situation is, I think is absolutely here to stay, but anyway, I digress. That's a whole nother conversation. We're talking about travel, so definitely tune into the Tri-State Traffic Show. Head over to the channel, watch our sit-down interview. It's about 45 minutes, maybe a little longer than that. It's great. She did a great job. Really talked about a lot of fun stuff for traveling for this year, and talks about her upcoming season in season 10. So we will hopefully get her back on before she heads back on the road for season 11. Again, Travels with Darlie, wonderful travel program, PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonder Woman Innovation TV's Journey, and darlie-newman.com for more information. And let me bring in the YouTube channel. Let's see if we picked up a view on Travels with Darlie. Nope, right. Stuck at 17 view. 17. So hopefully we can get those numbers up towards the Chevy Blazer continues to deliver. And my car here over 1,000. So good stuff. Anyway, we are going to go for another 10 minutes. We'll give you the full hour, and we're just going to kind of run down the list here this morning. Let's see, Parkway North at 139 in Kenilworth. That's not good. The overturned tractor trailer closing off the ramp to eastbound 78 off the southbound side, 22 west of Washington Ave. There's an accident there. We do have a camera, so let's start there first. With the areas, we know we have some visuals right at the intersection there. And we're shooting down the flagpole. Oops. Yeah. That would be great. Yeah, not good. Okay, so we know about that crash. We go to the Parkway now. Let's bring in the Parkway cameras, although there is nothing there. I doubt that they moved the tower cam. Get that. Nope. Let's see if it's backing things up into Clark. No, okay. No, got no visuals there. So, but if it's closing up 2 lanes, it's got to be heavy. Not really. Surprising. So it could be cleared. There's 2 lanes shut down here, 139. Should be heavier than that. Again, it may have just, let's just see, when did it happen? 8:30, so 3 minutes ago. Okay. 295 north at 71. Hopewell. Got a crash there. More accidents here this morning. Far to the west. Princeton Pike, that's not going to do us any good there either. So let's see if this 19 in McClellan. I don't think that there's a camera that's working there, although there is a camera at McClellan, but it hasn't worked in like 5 years. And it happens to be working now. So there we go. There's the broken down vehicle on the ramp. Bada bing. All right. So really not causing too much of a problem. That's from northbound 19. Let's go back to the maps here. I think we're going to retire New Jersey fairly quickly. So 208 south on the Fairlawn is busy. North on the Parkway in Bloomfield is heavy. 280 across the Sickle Drawbridge is busy. West on 78 into 24. That accident looks like that is still on the maybe under the shoulder there, just before you come up into Short Hills. But 78, 287, northwest section of the state is good. I can really start to feel that breeze now starting to kick in. I got the window partially open in the kitchen. Parkway is good. 29 in the Trenton Tunnel is busy. 195 Turnpike is clear. Again, we are down for the holiday weekend. Route 9 Parkway 55, 347, Wildwood, Cape May, all in good shape. Just a little blip here on 55 at 42, but that's about it. Let's go to the city now. Let's just run down the city incident pages now. We have pairs, so no major accidents there. We go to Long Island, Downpole, Service Road, LIE East between 42, 43. Left and center lanes are shut. That I would be curious to see what that is. State, northern state, northern state. Gentlemen, the northern states, and there it is. It's in there somewhere in this mass chaos. So it's on the service road there, just east of 42. Look for that. But you know, looking at these cameras, you know, you're really seeing this kind of ugly pattern out here. You know, really not the greatest weather on the planet. Okay, so that's Long Island. Just kind of a regular delays in the BQE, Gowanus, LIE, the Van Wyck, you know, westbound LI here at Vets Highway is a bit slow. The East End, things are going to be rolling along very, very nicely. Dive into Connecticut, whereas the southbound side of Route 8 into the 25 connector, 8 and 25 into Bridgeport is heavy, and then it's only really through Stamford, like 8 through 5 is really the heaviest. The Merit's beginning to thin itself out, but still a little sluggish going south in towards exit 37 or so, 38. East on 287. Here, let's just bring this in. Definitely something I think on the ramp from 287. Stop and go 1 through 5. We know that. Sprain, crash, shoulder is out. 6 East, Bear Mountain Bridge Road. 218 is shut with weather-related issues still. So we're beginning to pick up the pace here in exit 5. So whatever that accident was is now gone. The Hutch, a little crowd at 125. Tappan Zee, Rockland County, Orange County, out to Port Jervis, Sparrow Bush, 84, 209, Montgomery, Beacon Bridge, Fishkill, 84, Lake Carmel, Hamlet, Brewster, Katona, Bedford Hills, you know, Danbury, Newtown, Southbury, Egan Lake, Peekskill, Mount Kisco, Bedford, Purchase. It's all good. It's all good, friends. Let's finish up here with transit, and when we're going to head off here for the weekend. Still one early canceled train here on transit. We go to Path. 33rd Street elevator is in service. That's good. We go to the MTA now. Delays in the 4C and the B, express to local, the A train. Long Island Railroad, Montauk branch here, some delays. Mainline LI to LR customers expect delays due to police activity east of Floral Park. On Konkoma. So that's beginning to, how long that stays out there, it could start to stack up fairly nicely here on the Montauk, Port Jeff, and Ronkonkoma branches. So watch for that. All right, friends. We're here at the hour mark, and I think we're going to wrap things up. Now I'm too short with the chair. There we go. I don't know. Anyway, all right, so let's recap here this morning. Thanks for everybody for joining us. Anna, thank you for joining us and the kind words there about the Darlie interview. Same thing with Alexandra. Again, she emailed me this morning. Have a safe trip. Her and hubby Aaron heading down to Washington, D.C. for the holiday weekend. So the weather looks in pretty good shape, albeit maybe slightly cooler. I mean, when you talk about cold weather in January, you know, you got to kind of preface it by thinking it's going to be in the teens or something. It's not going to be that in any capacity. So, and also thank Alexander for the good words there, the kind words about the interview. So again, if you're interested, definitely check out the Darlie interview, which is live on the channel now. Tri-State Traffic Show. Pass it along to all your friends if you can. Try to get as many subscribers as we possibly can do so. Helps out me and Johnny here in the Weather Center. So definitely just pass that along to all of your friends. It'd be amazing. Also like to the Facebook page as well. And then also make sure you like the videos. That helps the algorithms with YouTube going forward. So if you haven't liked all the other videos, go back and if you can, just throw up a like. And that, again, helps us out here in the traffic center. All right. So with that said, we thank everybody for joining us. Have a fantastic Friday. Drive safely out there for the next couple of hours, or all the time, really. But just because roadways are still maybe a little bit wet here this morning. So just kind of slow it down just a little bit. And the wind is going to kind of kick in a little bit later on. So 2 hands on the wheel for your bridges and tunnels. And again, just be mindful of the wind later on today, and hopefully it will dry things out. So tonight, tomorrow night could be, you know, potentially a little bit slippery. So just maybe even be careful where you step. All right. So friends, have a fantastic weekend. Have a great holiday weekend. Get, you know, if you can on Monday, you know, the day of service there. So that is what the King holiday partially is about. So again, we're in holiday mode for till Tuesday. So we'll be back on Wednesday morning about 7:30. I think 7:30 seems to be a little bit better than 7. But we'll see how it kind of all plays out. So again, have a fantastic Friday. Drive safely. Have a great weekend. And again, join us here. I've got one more comment here. Let's see. Anna says, have a great weekend. Yes, have a great weekend yourself, Anna. And yeah, I think that is going to do it. All right. So we'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great weekend.